The noes are 63. The motion is not agreed to. I declare the House in committee for consideration of the Smoke-Free Environments Control and Enforcement Amendment Bill. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker. Honourable Members, the House is in committee for consideration of the Smoke-Free Environments Control and Enforcement Amendment Bill. The question is, let Part 1 stand part, and this is debate on clauses number 4 through until clause 10. I call the Honourable Member Ian Lees-Galloway.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It gives me a lot of pleasure to rise and speak in support of Part 1 of this bill. A very important and comprehensive part of the bill with a lot of detail in it, and I expect there will be a lot of contributions from my colleagues on this part of the bill. Although there's a lot in it, I would like, Mr. Chair, to go directly to the supplementary order paper in my name, because I would like the House to give this supplementary order paper serious consideration. It is certainly within the scope of the legislation. There were a number of amendments actually that I wanted to put up, but like Rahui Kātane's amendment that we debated just beforehand, which we aren't unfortunately going to get a chance to debate in committee, those changes were outside the scope of this piece of legislation, and I suppose that reflects the need to have a quick follow-up to this piece of legislation with more changes to our smoking regulations in New Zealand. But the supplementary order paper in my name does two things. The first might initially seem quite inconsequential, and to be honest, we sort of stumbled across it when looking through what improvements we would like to make to the bill. It is to introduce a new clause 7b, which would amend clause 28 in the original Act. Now, what this seeks to achieve is quite a simple thing. The original clause 28 refers to free distribution and rewards being prohibited, and it states that no manufacturer, distributor, importer or retailer of tobacco products may distribute any tobacco product. Basically, in a lot of words, it says that those people can't give away tobacco products as sort of a means of promoting their product or promoting that person's business. So, but there is a group that's actually missing from that list, and that is wholesalers. So all actually the first part of my supplementary order paper seeks to do is to include wholesalers in that list of people who are and organisations who are prevented from freely distributing or handing out tobacco products as rewards. Now, what we're specifically trying to achieve with that is to ensure that there's no loopholes by which a wholesaler could give a form of discount that we do not wish them to be able to give to the retailer. And obviously if a wholesaler was free to give away free product to the retailer, that would essentially be a form of discount to those retailers. So that's essentially what we're trying to achieve. The bill does talk at length about sponsorship and trade deals that are available that we're trying to curtail, and we just felt that was a potential loophole that really needs to be tidied up. So I'd appreciate to hear what members have to say about that, and I would certainly appreciate support from members for that small change. The second part of my supplementary order paper refers to the signage which will be on display, which has to be on display wherever tobacco products are for sale. And that is the signage that says smoking kills and informs customers that smoking products are not available to be sold to people under the age of 18. And what my amendment would actually do is to have a definition of what those signs should actually look like. Now, you may wonder why you would want to do that, but this was something which we actually discussed at the Select Committee, and what some people have seen, and I've actually got an example of this, Mr Chair, is the use of those warning signs that say smoking kills and inform people that tobacco is only available for people under 18, to actually carry out what I suppose could be described as a clandestine form of marketing and advertising. It's not the best visual aid, I accept, and it probably can't be seen from the other side of the house. But there we have the smoking kills sign, and next to it, for reasons which are absolutely beyond me, we have a picture of a packet of cigarettes. Now, ostensibly, Mr Chair, ostensibly what this is trying to achieve is, it says R18 on the packet of cigarettes. It's trying to tell people that, I'm sure the retailer would say this is trying to tell people that cigarettes are only available to people under the age of 18. But if the thrust of this bill is to get tobacco out of sight and out of mind, and to get any visual reference to cigarettes and tobacco out of sight, I don't see why we have to have that picture of a packet of cigarettes, that cartoon picture of a packet of cigarettes on those signs, which are actually designed to try and reduce the harm caused by tobacco. So a simple amendment that basically simply says this is the only bit you can have, the bit that says smoking kills, and it outlines how that sign should appear, essentially as the sign appears here, just without the little cartoon picture of a packet of cigarettes. I'd also like to point out, just as an aside, I took this photo myself. This particular sign was down at about the level that a 7-year-old would see it. And again, it's beyond me why a 7-year-old needs to read that sign. It should be up somewhere where an 18-year-old can see it. But you know, perhaps that again, a cynic might suggest that was another form of clandestine advertising to our young people. So that is what that supplementary order paper is trying to achieve, and I would certainly like to hear back from members what they think about that. And again, I would certainly seek the support of members in that supplementary order paper. Mr Chair, the rest of Part 1 really is, as I said, the thrust of what this bill is all about, and I can absolutely say that the Labour Party fully supports and endorses all the other aspects of Part 1, particularly, of course, the clauses referring to tobacco, the display of tobacco products in supermarkets, dairies, petrol stations, tobacconists, wherever you might go. The one thing that everybody has to look at when they go into a dairy is the tobacco, regardless of what you went in there to buy, whether it was a loaf of bread, some coffee, some milk. The one thing that you have to look at is that power wall of cigarettes behind the counter, and this Part 1 sees the end of that, and that is something that we should all celebrate and we should all get behind, because Mr Chair, there is nothing more important that we should be doing right now to reduce the harm caused by tobacco than to get those products out of sight, to stop young people taking up the smoking habit in the first place, but also to support those people who have made that difficult decision to quit. Why should someone who has decided to quit smoking tobacco go into a store to get some milk and then be forced to look at that addictive product that they're trying to kick, that they're trying to get rid of the habit, and there it is right in front of them, tempting them every single time, no matter what they went in to the shop to buy. So, Mr Chair, absolutely wholehearted support for that provision of the bill, and I have no doubt my other colleagues would like to take calls on the other parts of the other clauses of Part 1, and I'll certainly look forward to coming back to discuss the other clauses in Part 1 as well.
Dr Paul Hutchison.
Mr Chair, I just want to take a very